NASCAR 2010 live from the Daytona International Speedway is back. We've been having a great time as the preseason is here, and it won't be long before this 2010 season kicks off. And joining us now on the stage, we are proud to have A.J. Allmendinger, Matt Kenseth, and Ryan Newman. And Matt, the defending champion of the Daytona 500. That sounds pretty good.
That does sound good. That was cool, but Ryan told me I can't talk any stuff about it because he's
totally
the defending champion.
He's been totally different to me this year ever since he won the race.
Yeah,
So
I don't want to put any.
He said that he was all arrogant when he won it 2 years ago, and he hasn't won
You
since.
said that.
Is Matt big time in you? Is that the problem?
I knew I should have started this with him.
No, we're just harassing each other a little bit.
Yeah, we don't want to put any pressure on AJ or anything, but we do have the last two Daytona 500 winners.
Yeah, thanks.
Sitting next to you.
Yeah, thanks for that. I'm just happy to know that I'm actually in the race for once, so we're just happy with that. So we'll be starting. I was right there, though, if you look. I was third. I was helping.
It's right there.
I was right there.
And that must be a feeling, Matt Kenseth, like nothing else, winning the Daytona 500.
Yeah, that is a cool feeling. I mean, I think anybody that grew up racing stock cars or watching stock car racing always dreamed of being down here in Daytona and just being part of the Daytona 500. And honestly, never really thought I'd have the chance to do that. And to win it was really was a dream come true. I mean, it was a cool experience.
I said that too.
But
That's where I got it from.
You know, Ryan, John, and I have talked about this in a race where there's some great memories. One of, I think, the most vivid memories I have is when you were winning that race and your dad was spotting for you and he called you home on that last lap. That was it was a very emotional thing to listen to and be a part of.
It was, and you know, to sit up in the grandstands and sneak into the garage, do all the things we did that we weren't supposed to do, and you know, to have my dad call me across the start-finish line. I remember, you know, watching Ned Jarrett call Dale Jarrett as a commentator, which was similar because he's the one doing the talking, and my dad called me you know, across the line, and it's just the emotion behind his voice. You know, I was listening, I was just, you know, listening to what he was saying, and to hear that emotion was really, I mean, men don't cry very often, but that'll make you cry.
And talk about a different kind of emotion, AJ. I remember a couple times of you finding out at the very last minute at the end of the qualifying race whether you're in this thing or not. That's pretty emotional.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I mean, I spent 2 years kind of missing the race, being at the racetrack, having to listen to everybody introduced as the starting lineup of the Daytona 500, and just standing there. It was heartbreaking. So we showed up last year. As we were driving here, we thought we were in the race, and then found out somehow we weren't in the race once we got here. And I mean, it's just, you can't begin to describe to the fan what it's like to have to be here and not be in the race and spend 2 weeks worrying about it and getting to those duels and just praying that everything goes right and you get in the race. So last year was pretty memorable, making our way in the way we did, and just everything we accomplished, and then getting in the 500 and contending to go out there and win it was just a great year to be at Daytona, and hopefully we can do the same this year.
Now we're hearing some pretty wild stuff about the Daytona 500 that's just a few weeks away, that maybe bump drafting is legal again, the yellow line may go away. Do you guys know anything about that? Can you confirm or deny?
Did you guys hear this stuff?
No.
Just saying.
No.
All these meetings are because
Wake
of
up,
Newman.
Steve. Wake
so
up.
Newman, tell us.
I'm just saying.
No, I've heard rumors, but personally, I think that the yellow line rule is a good rule, and I was using the analogy, not necessarily analogy, I was kind of explaining it earlier. Since we've had the yellow line, they've added a lot more asphalt to the inside of the racetrack, and I know as crazy as some drivers get, probably me included, I've seen Kenseth get a little crazy, and Allmendinger, we've tried to miss him a couple times.
Wait, what? I'm just along for the ride. I'm just along for the ride.
All I'm saying is, you get down below that yellow line so far that eventually if you do come up, you're going to have a really bad angle at the wall, even on the straightaway. So I think that the yellow line is a good thing, the double yellow line and 9, and there's plenty of room to race above it. And I think just like that showed right there, you'll see guys, if you give us more room, we'll start doing more blocking, and blocking is not a good thing for racing. Let us race above the yellow line. Don't let us block the entire racetrack.
Yeah, I agree with Ryan. I mean, the other thing is you know what racers will do. I mean, if you're blocking to the yellow line now, you know nobody can go under it. Well, now you're just going to block till the grass. You know what I mean? So, I mean,
or where there's pavement, then it turns into grass.
Yeah,
you're really in trouble.
And the problem is you got to get back up on the racetrack when you get to the corner. So what are you going to do when you're 4 wide and one guy's on the apron and has to get back to the track, you know. So I think the yellow line rule is one of the rules that made that was really a good rule. It really helped out safety, and it didn't really hurt the racing really at all. Everybody just tried to still use it, you know, and be as aggressive as they could with it. But it certainly, I think it's a lot safer with it, especially like with pit exits and things like that.
I think we have a fan question.
Yep. This is for Ryan Newman. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
What is it like to work for Tony Stewart?
I've never considered myself working for Tony Stewart. I feel like I'm working with him, and I've never seen Tony Stewart the boss. I've seen Tony Stewart the friend, Tony Stewart the crowner, Tony Stewart the racer, but I've never seen Tony Stewart the boss. So he's been a great person to have as a friend. He's been a great person to work with, and everybody Stewart-Haas Racing has. So it's been a lot of fun.
Well, speaking of Stewart-Haas Racing, those fans need to tune in to NASCAR Race Hub on Monday night as crew chiefs Tony Gibson and Darian Grubb are in the garage. NASCAR Race Hub, Monday night at 7:30 Eastern, presented by Hooters.